It's an evil world we live in.
Before we talk about this very unfortunate situation, I just want to state two things. One thing, my thoughts on this situation, basically what I believe and what I want to say. And the second thing is leaving everything else up to interpretation with you guys in the comment section so we can discuss there and see what you guys think about this whole situation, because it's very unfortunate of how things fell into place. And it sucks that I have to wake up to this, you know, being on the western side in America, and you wake up and you look on your phone and the first thing you see is a termination tweet, a contract about Rushia. It's very, like, you don't even want to believe it's real. You think you're dreaming, but it's not. And I got Coco flashbacks. But regarding that, this is worse than Coco, because Coco actually got a graduation, like a little farewell tour. And unfortunately for Rushia, I don't think that will be the case. A very sad day. I talked about this in my last episode, last video we talked about this whole situation with Rushia, that I feared that, you know, Rushia's in a situation where we've seen Hololive and Covercore been in before, and they've all ended the same way. So I'm sitting there, like, in the past, like, I really hope Rushia doesn't end up leaving or whatever. And here we go again. Rushia is gone. This entire situation is just really disappointing. And it's heartbreaking. I just hope that her mental health gets better. She needs a lot of healing after this. Just a really sad situation and very unfortunate. And we'll talk about why it's unfortunate. So basically, here's where things get a little torn. Hololive decides to terminate Rushia's contract because Rushia herself has unfortunately leaked information. Therefore, if you leak information in this contract, that information is also Hololive's information or whatever. I think the information that she sent out was from Hololive or certain things, or just by herself, about herself in general, and that breaks contract, and unfortunately she gets punished for that, and that punishment is termination. Now the thing is, Rushia wouldn't have had to do that if it wasn't for this situation in general. I think the thing is, Rushia had to explain herself, but the way she did it wasn't the best way to do it. Wasn't exactly correct. Apparently she gave the information or talked about it to some streamer, Japanese streamer or whatever, a news site or whatever, and they didn't respect the information or situation that was going on. Now that info's out there, Hololive catches wind of that, and they're like, Rushia, you shouldn't have done that, you can't do that, now we gotta terminate your contract. This is where people are a little upset about Hololive now, Covercore, is that regardless of them doing this, it's funny how just like a week and a half ago, almost 2 weeks ago, that they had her back. They did have her back regarding her personal life, but now behind the scenes, as things were playing out, the whole information thing happened and they have to let her go. It sucks because, like, I've only been in this community for a year, and I've already, like, less than a year, I've already witnessed 2 people having to go, and before that someone else left. And it sucks that we've lost Coco, even though she got her own farewell tour or graduation, which in this case Rushia might not be getting. In less than a year, we've lost 2 people. This is where Hololive and Covercore kind of looks a little bad with how they follow up with these minor or major situations. What is it? What am I looking for? Controversies is what I'm trying to say. They all end the same way. Minor or small, you're getting either terminated, graduated, or you have a choice to leave. Either way, you ain't staying. I know this situation is different because, like I said, technically, Rushia did leak information. She did break contract, but, like, she didn't really mean to. I kind of was hoping that they'd have an exception with how the information was leaked, but they don't play. They really don't play over there in Japan. There is no exception when it comes to cover core, and this is what happens when that happens. And the thing is, like, there's no graduation. Like, her channel's gone in near the end of March. That's it. And I'm very torn and very lost on how to feel about this. Part of me wants to be upset at Hololive and how they're handling this. The other part of me is a little upset at kind of wishing that Rushia did things differently regarding clearing her name. But I feel for Rushia. I'm very sad for Rushia because of the fact that she even had to do that. So she was probably rushing, or she was probably really quick to jump on, you know, clearing her name, trying to clear stuff up, clearing Mafu up, that she didn't really realize what she was saying and who she was saying it to. And people will run anywhere with that information, especially if you're popular as you are, as one of the top super chatted people behind Coco. People are going to use that information with their own gain and probably, you know, blow up, try to get their own stats and fans. Like I said, it's just crazy how things ended up. We've all saw this play out in front of us. We saw from that one Discord notification on the screen to her being terminated, and it hurts. This one really hurts. So all I can say is, you know, keep sending her support. Hopefully, maybe she can, as she heals after being terminated, she could probably, you know, go to an alternative account, VTube there, or stream normally there. And I'm pretty sure if she did, she'd have a huge support. Basically, a lot of people would come and love that, especially with the way things ended. There's no graduation, there's now no real goodbye. We're having to hear from other Hololive members and covercore themselves about this situation, and I'm seeing some of the Hololive English members postpone their own streams because of how sudden this was. And I can only imagine how they're feeling, because if we're sad and hurt, imagine how the actual members who talk to these people, who see these people, feel. It sucks because they're just gone, and you're like, hey, that person you spent like almost 2 years with, they're out. All I want to say is I had a blast watching Rushia. I've heard a lot from other people that Rushia was their first gateway. Personally, my first gateway into Hololive was Coco Miko and Corone, and then, but for sure Rushia was a close, you know, next name I heard after being admitted into this community. And it sucks seeing someone go like this. It really does. Rushia was one of the loudest voices in Hololive history, and it's weird seeing her silenced so suddenly. All we'll have left after March is just clips and maybe some re-uploaded stuff, and stuff like that. And I'm just glad at least we have that, but it's gonna be weird not seeing that main channel anymore, because it just puts me at a loss for words and painful. So I really want to hear what you guys say in the comment section. We gotta talk. We really gotta talk amongst each other, and see what we feel. If you're maybe mainly more upset at Hololive, or you understand that she broke the contract regardless of how she did it. But that's it from your boy, Delon, and how I feel about this. Being in this community for a year, it's been very eventful, especially with losing 2 members, losing my own channel, getting terminated myself. But, you know, like maybe like me, she could just come back again as someone else and get another following, kind of like what I'm doing now. It'll come slowly but surely, but it's coming. You know what I'm saying? It's disheartening. It really is. Coco, Aloe, Rushia. I wasn't here for Aloe, but I was here for Coco and Rushia. Unfortunately, Rushia. But that's it. Thanks so much, guys. I don't know if I uploaded before this. If I did, that was recorded before this. Probably before I knew what was going on. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Getting through this very unfortunate situation. Keep your heads up. And as always, Delon out.
Fire!